welcome back to my channel. Hope you are all well. So for today's video, I have something really exciting that I've been waiting so patiently to do, and I was actually going to wait to do a haul, but I really wanted to try these products out on camera, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to try a face, like a full foundation process using only Dior products. So I'm super excited about that. You probably can't see because the packaging is so luminous, but I've been wanting to try Dior's face products for a long time, and they are super pricey, but I really wanted to try them, and I thought trying them for YouTube was a perfect excuse for me to buy them. So that is exactly what we're going to do today. So that's why I already have my eye makeup on, so I wanted to kind of speed up the process of this. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I'm going to do first impression, and I'm going to do one side using a sponge of the foundation and one side using a brush. We're going to use this brush, the Sephora brush. So I don't even say what I have. So I have the Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer. I have the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation, and I have the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with these, and I'll give you a little rundown of the products as I'm using them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and share it to family and friends. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the primer. This is what it looks like. This is what the primer looks like. I love the packaging, and it just says universal. I think it only comes in one shade, so I'm just gonna read you guys a little bit of the notes before I apply this. So it says it's a lightweight universal primer that helps makeup to last longer, blurs imperfections, delivers up to 24 hours of hydration for an enhanced complexion. So that totally sold me on this. So I'm going to go ahead and try this, and I'm going to see how it is. So it comes up in a little stopper thing like this. I'm just going to apply it on here. Okay, so it's like very light pinkish color. Not sure if you guys can see. So we're going to go ahead and apply that with a brush. I'm just using a paddle brush like this, so I can apply it evenly. This has an obvious fragrance. It's nothing too pungent or like irritating. I do sometimes have sensitive skin depending on like what treatments I've been doing for my face, and I am not feeling irritated at all as of now. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this all over. So it feels really nice on first impression wise. I like how hydrating it feels. It doesn't feel sticky, so that's really nice. I'm next gonna go in and just color correct under my eyes. I did not get a Dior color corrector. I don't know if Dior makes one, but I wasn't gonna get a color corrector. Okay, so now I have my color correct on. I'm just going to zoom you guys a little more for the foundation step. So, okay, so hopefully this is good. I'm going to go in with the foundation now. So I got this in the shade 2W, so I really hope this is my shade, because that would suck. And it comes in the same exact packaging as the foundation. I love how simple it is. I actually really like this bottle. So this foundation is $50, and it is also 30 ml. I believe that's a standard. Oh, this is actually 50 ml. So I believe because this is face and body, maybe that's why it comes up in a little more. Like Max Face and Body is typically in bigger packaging as well. So yeah, this is in 50 ml. I got it for $50, and this says a foundation for the face and body in a wide range of shades with a natural finish and medium buildable coverage that's waterproof and sweat resistant. Okay, so big claims there. So we're going to go ahead and apply this. Like I said, I'm going to use a beauty blender for one side and a brush for the other. You guys know I typically like to use blenders anyways, but I just want to see what makes this foundation apply the best. So we're going to do that. Okay, I'm sorry if my head is a little chopped off, but we're just going to have to make it work because my camera is not being fun. So I'm going to take that foundation. Oh Lord, this is definitely a little too warm for me. Whoops, okay. This is the thing with shopping online. It's hard to get these because you're either going too light or too dark, but honestly I'd rather go too warm than too light, so hopefully we'll make it work. So I'm starting off with that much, and we're going to see how much that takes us. As you guys can see, it does run a little bit. So I'm going to start by doing this with a beauty blender on this side, and then we're going to use a brush for this side. So let's just go ahead and see how that works. Just having it in here. This smells really nice. It's not like perfumey fragranced, but I like the way it smells. It smells like fresh and like clean. Now typically blenders kind of absorb more product than a brush does. So you probably might be using more but then I feel like there's benefits to using a sponge because you're getting rid of like the chances of looking cakey. So I really like that. This did say it is buildable. So this is one layer here, and this is the side that's not done, if you guys can see a difference. And this is the side that's done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that like this, and we'll see what the other side looks like, and then if we're gonna add more we'll do so, but I just want to see what one layer looks like on each side. So now I'm taking a brush. This is a Sephora brush, just says foundation on it, and it has no number on here. I got this in a set, so if a set is still available I will link it down below. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buff this in. I haven't used a brush to apply foundation in a while, but this actually applies really nice, not gonna lie. Usually every time I go back to a brush I realize why I like blenders better, but this is not bad. I just feel like blenders apply foundation a little nicely, just a little more flawless. So I don't know, I just personally like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and okay. So that is both sides. I'm just going to show you guys the side I used with the brush, and this is the side I used with the blender. I'm going to zoom you in a little more. Okay, again, this is the side with the brush. This is the side with the blender. This is as zoomed in as it can go. So first impression wise, I'm just going to go ahead and look at the mirror here. So I definitely think that the color didn't blend up properly here. That the color is running a little warm for me, but I don't think it's an awful shade match. I think I've definitely done better in the past, but it's not awful. It does go a little warm, but it's difficult with finding foundations online because things are either neutral, cool, or warm, and I don't find myself to be neutral or cool, so I typically go for warm. So I think this is what just generally happens, and 2W doesn't seem like it's at like the middle of the spectrum of the shades. It seems like it's kind of in the beginning of the selection. So yeah, so far I think this looks really nice. It's definitely not full coverage. I can still see spots. I'm getting some spots here because I slept with my makeup on the other night and now I'm being punished for it. But in terms of finish, I feel like it's satin. I don't feel super matte, but I also don't feel super luminous either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little more on each side on places that I feel like I need a little more covering up, just to see what kind of coverage we get. Okay, and now we're going in with the brush side. I feel like probably unfair because this side I don't tend to have as many blemishes as I do on this side, so this might be a little unfair for the other side, but we're just gonna try to balance it out. So okay. So now that that's on, I'm going to go ahead and apply a concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a concealer, and the concealer I'm using is 2W, so it's the same shade as the foundation, which is not fitting because concealer should technically go a little lighter, but that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and use this. You guys know I love this concealer. I'm gonna get it in a lighter shade very, very soon. I just feel like once it gets warmer, I'm gonna end up being more suitably the shade, so I don't want to waste concealer and stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that. Okay, so now I have the concealer on, and I also have the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder, and I got this in the shade 2N. Now this I went a little neutral for because the lighter ones were pink, and now I'm seeing this in person and seeing that it is very neutral, and I do see a little bit of shimmer on this, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna use this to set my under eyes because I don't know how that's gonna translate onto concealer, to be honest. Maybe on a day that I'm just experimenting, but I don't want to ruin my makeup today. Like, I want to give this makeup the best shot possible. So I'm going to use this on my face, and then I'm going to use like a different powder underneath my eyes. So I wanted to be fair and not use the same puff I used to set my under eyes, so I'm just using a round puff, and I'm going to use a brush on the other side just to see how things apply differently. So I'm using the Sephora powder brush here from the same set, and on the other side I'm just using a puff from the dollar store. So we're just going to go ahead and apply this. I'm just going to, it's so pretty, I kind of don't want to touch it, but we're gonna have to. So just grabbing a little bit here, and I'm gonna go ahead and press. Okay, so I was gonna go ahead and use a brush for the other side, but realistically speaking, I never use brushes to put on powder. So I'm gonna take the same puff and just go to the other side and set as well, because I don't use brushes for powder. Typically I don't use brushes for foundation either, but I do know that some foundations just work better with a brush, so I don't want to use a brush for powder when I know I will never do that. So I believe we are kind of set here. Okay, so that is me set. Okay, so this is how it's looking. So, oh my god, I didn't pat in here properly. Yeah, that's so far what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my makeup, and we'll be right back just to show you guys how everything looks on. Okay guys, so I am back. I have finished my full makeup, and I finished doing my makeup. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, I just wanted to just do a little quick thought with how everything was working with the rest of my makeup products. So I felt like my cream blush applied well, my highlighter applied well. I did not use setting spray just because day to day it's not what I use, and if I'm going out then I will typically use it, but I just wanted to see how this foundation can do with setting spray, without setting spray. And then typically if I'm going out and I'm wearing this, I will definitely use setting spray, but I just wanted to see how it applies with it. Without it. Wow, I don't even know what I'm saying. So this is what it's looking like so far. So far I'm really liking it. I think that my face looks like not cakey. It doesn't look too glowy or too matte. places where I am a little glowy is obviously because of highlighter, so here and on my nose. But besides that, I really like how the foundation is looking. I will have to say, so far, based on just what I think my least favorite product out of the 3 I used is probably the powder right now, and that's only because I feel like the look that this powder gave me could have been easily achieved with other products. And this powder, I believe, is $50 as well, and it's supposed to reduce shine, set makeup, and warm the complexion. So this comes in a few shades, like it comes in a bunch of shades, which is not typically the case for powders and stuff. But yeah, I think it is nice. Like, I like the concept of it, but I just think that, like, when you buy powder, you kind of want to be able to use it for your concealer and foundation. And just seeing the little bit of iridescence in this, I don't know how this would apply with concealer. So maybe I can try that off camera and then like let you guys know or something, but it's something I will keep trying. The foundation, I think it applied very nicely. The shade obviously is a little too warm for me, but I did like how this applied. I feel like it doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels weightless, which is what I really like so far. I've tried the MAC Face and Body too, and I think this has way more coverage than that. That's like very, very sheer. Like, you're just essentially putting a very, very small filter on your face. But I feel like this is just really good, and I didn't use as much. Like with the MAC Face and Body, if I wanted to achieve a medium like coverage, I'd have to put on so much. So at that point, you're like, why aren't you just using a normal foundation? So I do like the foundation. I will continue using it. I really like the primer as well. Obviously this isn't a need thing you need, because obviously Dior doesn't come at a very suitable price tag for everybody. It's very pricey. I just think that if you're a makeup junkie and you want to test stuff out like I do, it's a little nice thing to have. I really like this packaging. I know it probably seems very weird because you think Dior is so luxurious and they'd have like glass packaging, but I think this is very practical having it in bottles like this, because I'd feel very comfortable traveling or taking these in my purse or something like that. So yeah, so far I'd have to say the collection's good. This I'm not wowed by, but maybe throughout the day it'll wow me. I don't know. I might just use this for touch-ups too, because I feel like today seems a little bit warmer and I feel like I'm gonna get shiny in my T-zone, which typically only happens if I have makeup on, not if I'm not wearing any makeup. So I will carry this powder around with me and see. So I'm gonna check in throughout the day and show you guys how things look. So right now it is 12:54, if you can see. So yeah, we are going to check out and I'll check back in a few hours. Hopefully we can do 2 or 3 check-ins, and then by the end of the day or before I'm about to take my makeup off, we can just check to see how it is looking. So yeah, I will see you guys in a bit then. Okay guys, I just wanted to quickly do a check-in right now. It is currently 3:28, so I'm just about to get out of the car and put a mask on. So the makeup looks like it's super intact at the moment, so I'm just gonna show you. So I have to go put a mask on now, and once I come back and go home, I'll do a check-in just so you guys can see if there's anywhere coming off because of masks. So I will see you guys in a second. Hi guys, so I'm back for my second check-in. So I was planning to wear this a little longer, but I'm doing this check-in now at 5:10, as you can see. So I've had this makeup on a little over 4 hours, and I know it's very early and I probably haven't worn it over a certain amount of time I'm supposed to, but ideally if I'm wearing this to go out, I don't have it on that long anyways, and I'd like to go and pray, so I do need to take off this makeup. So I just wanted to do my final thoughts. I wanted to show you guys how my mask looks, because the only thing there is from my nose, and then my lipstick obviously came off. I'm just gonna do a little zoom in, so any rub off you see on my nose is because of the mask. So this is just a close-up. So I was looking at this in the mirror and I feel like this foundation wore beautifully. Wow, I'm still zoomed in. So I was looking at this in the mirror and I thought that this foundation wore beautifully. I didn't think I'd like it. I thought like this is such a waste, honestly. But the longer I'm wearing it, the more I'm liking it. The thing is, I wanted to like clearly indicate if this is something I think I would keep or return, because I don't think you should keep something if you don't like it, especially if you are able to return it, and Sephora does allow you to return it, so I'd rather return it and buy something else. But I think I'm gonna keep this. I just need to go and get another shade because 2W is not my shade, and I think this is applying very warm on me, and I think ideally even in the summertime I think this might be a little too warm. So I was looking at the shades and I'm either a cool neutral or a one warm, which looked very light too, so I have to kind of figure out what it's like, maybe do swatches in store or something. But I definitely am going to keep this, just gonna do a little shade match. The primer I really liked. I'm gonna try and use this with other foundations, and then hopefully in future videos I'll keep you guys posted. And the powder, I feel like because the foundation I wore was already warm and this is kind of warm too, I feel like that's probably what made it look a little more warmer in general. So I think that I might do a exchange on the powder too, just to see if I like it. I want to give it a fair chance because I think the shade kind of ruined it for me, but Dior's packaging is just beautiful, so it's nice to look at anyways. But in general, if I could say one thing from these three that you should get, I would say the primer or the foundation. I'm kind of leading more towards the primer. I have to try the foundation with other products just to see, because you don't necessarily need to use the designated primer it comes with. So I just want to see how it looks with other stuff and keep using it. And the set, it is sweat and waterproof, so I haven't tested it with that. Maybe a nice time to test that would be like summer, but yeah, as for now, I do like it. I do think I'm gonna just go get a shade match and then hopefully continue using it and let you guys know in upcoming videos if it is something I'm a fan of or something I just returned and just went and bought something else with. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.